Hey everyone, you're watching Raw Reveal Network, your trusted source for all WWE matches, rumors, and updates. Hit that bell and let's dive in. Naomi's return to WWE SmackDown has everyone talking, and for good reason. After taking time away for her pregnancy, she stepped back into the ring with the kind of energy and presence that only she can bring. Motherhood hasn't slowed her down one bit. If anything, it's fueled her determination to reclaim her spot in the women's division. Naomi's athleticism, innovation, and charisma have always set her apart, and coming back after a break, she looks more motivated and focused than ever. The crowd's reaction was huge, a testament to how beloved she is by fans who have followed her journey from her Funkadactyl days through multiple championship reigns and marquee matches. Naomi's return isn't just a comeback, it's a statement. The current state of the women's division. While Naomi was away, the WWE Women's Division didn't pause. It evolved. Jade Cargill has risen to the top, capturing the WWE Women's Championship after defeating Tiffany Stratton. Jade's ascent is impressive. Her combination of strength, size, and presence makes her impossible to ignore. She arrived in WWE with a strong track record from AEW, including an undefeated streak and a long reign as TBS champion. But Naomi's return highlights an important question. Has Jade truly faced the same level of competition that longtime WWE stars like Naomi have endured? Naomi's perspective emphasizes that being at the top isn't just about winning. It's about proving yourself against the very best consistently. Naomi's message. Naomi didn't hold back in her return. Her message to Jade was direct and unapologetic, calling into question Jade's experience and the legitimacy of her championship reign. Naomi highlighted her own history of competing with some of the most skilled women in WWE: Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, pointing out that Jade, while talented, hasn't yet faced the same gauntlet. The essence of Naomi's message isn't disrespectful for its own sake. It's about raising the stakes and setting up a meaningful rivalry. She wants to see whether Jade can prove that she belongs at the top through real challenges, not just by virtue of WWE's spotlight. This kind of confrontation instantly adds tension and excitement, signaling to fans that a high-stakes feud is about to unfold. The credibility question. Naomi's challenge also raises bigger questions about credibility and legacy in the women's division. Jade's talent is undeniable, and her AEW accomplishments are impressive. But WWE is a different environment with its own history and roster depth. Naomi's comments shine a light on the difference between athletic potential and established achievement, creating a narrative about earned respect versus immediate recognition. Fans naturally gravitate toward these questions. Who truly deserves to be at the top? Who has paid their dues, and who is being positioned by opportunity and timing? Naomi's return ensures that these questions are no longer theoretical. They're part of an ongoing, real-time storyline that impacts the division as a whole. Clash of Styles. One of the most compelling aspects of this potential feud is the contrast in wrestling styles. Naomi is known for her innovation, agility, and high-flying offense. She brings excitement to every match and can adapt to almost any opponent. Jade, on the other hand, is a powerhouse, dominating with strength and presence that few women can match. This makes the matchup intriguing from both a story and a performance perspective. Fans will get to see a veteran with creative mastery in the ring face off against a rising star whose power and dominance are her defining traits. The combination of skill, athleticism, and intensity promises to make any encounter between them a must-watch event. Building the feud. Naomi's return isn't just about her personal comeback. It's about revitalizing the entire women's division storyline-wise. The division needed a shakeup, and Naomi provides that in spades. Her presence challenges Jade's reign, questions the legitimacy of her victories, and injects tension that will engage fans week after week. Smart booking could allow both women to shine. For example, a multi-match arc could give Jade a strong showing in her first bout, but leave Naomi with the eventual victory, creating a natural, long-term storyline that highlights both athletes' strengths. This approach also emphasizes storytelling over simple outcomes, showing that the journey and rivalry are just as important as the title itself. Legacy versus potential. The core of this storyline is a battle between legacy and potential. Naomi represents experience, proven success, and a legacy built over years in WWE. Jade represents raw talent, marketability, and the promise of a new era. Both have their merits, and both have fans rooting for them. This dynamic makes the feud relatable and compelling. It's about more than a championship. It's about respect, recognition, and who deserves the spotlight. Naomi's challenge asks fans to consider what makes a true champion. Is it talent, achievements, resilience, or some combination of all three? These kinds of narratives elevate wrestling beyond simple matches, giving the audience a story they can invest in emotionally locker room dynamics. Naomi's message may also influence locker room dynamics. Her comments could spark conversations among other veterans about Jade's rapid rise, while simultaneously challenging Jade to prove her worth to the entire roster. This creates a layered narrative, showing that the storyline isn't just happening in front of the cameras. It has real stakes for the performers involved. It also makes the eventual matches more meaningful, as each competitor is fighting not only for the championship, but for recognition and credibility within the WWE Universe, the future of SmackDown's women's division. With Naomi back and Jade at the top, the SmackDown women's division has entered an exciting new chapter. Tiffany Stratton remains a major player, and other stars like Bayley, Io Shirai, and possibly cross-brand appearances from Bianca Belair add depth and competition. Naomi's return ensures that the division has multiple layers of intrigue, from high-flying athleticism to powerhouse dominance, from rising stars to seasoned veterans. This is the kind of competitive environment that makes weekly shows and pay-per-views feel essential, not just routine. The matchup and beyond. When Naomi and Jade finally face off, the stakes couldn't be higher. If Jade wins, it validates her championship reign and demonstrates that her dominance is real. If Naomi wins, it reestablishes her as a top competitor and sends a message about experience and perseverance. Either way, the potential for multiple matches, escalating storylines, and character growth is immense. WWE has the opportunity to craft a compelling narrative that highlights both women, develops their characters, and captivates fans for months. This isn't just a championship feud. It's a story about ambition, determination, and proving oneself at the highest level. Conclusion. Naomi's return and her unfiltered message to Jade Cargill have set the stage for a feud that could define SmackDown's women's division for the rest of the year. It's about more than a championship. It's about legacy, respect, and the kind of story that keeps fans engaged. Naomi is back, hungry, and ready to reclaim her place, while Jade must prove she belongs at the top. The collision of experience and raw talent, style and strength, credibility and potential makes this one of the most exciting narratives in WWE right now. Wrestling fans have every reason to be excited. SmackDown just got a jolt of energy, and the fallout from this rivalry promises to be nothing short of spectacular.